Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Justice in Every Breath interview series. For those of you that are new to moms, we are a community of 1.6 million moms, dads, and caregivers united to protect children from air pollution and climate change. My name is Janie Black, and I am the Wisconsin Field Organizer for Moms Clean Air Force. I'm so excited to welcome two special guests today who are working to keep kids healthy in the classroom. They'll be telling us about some great free programs for schools and teachers that help create cleaner air and greener, healthier learning spaces for our children. I have the pleasure of speaking with Lisa Gebhardt, who is the manager of nationwide health promotion and indoor air quality at the American Lung Association. Lisa will be speaking to us about the Clean Air School Challenge. Ben Jervey is the co-lead of Impacts US, an organization that empowers journalists and content creators to help people connect the dots between the climate crisis and their lives. Ben will be speaking to us about the heat sensors for classroom program. Welcome to you both. And if you could both share about your programs, we'll go ahead and start with Lisa.
Hi, Jamie. Thanks for the introduction and for having me. At the American Lung Association, we're concerned with all things lung health, from asthma and COPD to lung cancer and respiratory viruses. One thing we know that impacts our lung health is the air that we breathe, and most of us spend 90% of our time indoors, where some air pollutants are 2 to 5 times higher than outdoor levels. For those who attend school or work in a school, which is about 1/6 of our population in this country, much of that indoor time is spent in school buildings. So the Clean Air School Challenge was created to help schools across the country assess their indoor air quality and take steps towards developing an energy efficient indoor air quality management plan. These are written plans that help schools proactively address current indoor air quality issues, prevent future issues, or be prepared to respond to new issues. The Clean Air School Challenge is a program providing schools with technical assistance, training, resources, and recognition for their leadership in improving indoor air quality in their school. And lastly, there are some mini grant funds available for schools who participate.
And I'm Ben Jervey. I'm with Impacts US. And because we are a little less known than American Lung, I'll just give the very basic intro that we work with content creators and journalists to help connect the dots between the climate crisis and people's lives. We bring stories of climate change to your doorstep by showing how climate change is now impacting the people, places, and things that the population already cares about. One way we do this is through classroom temperature and student health. We are built this heat sensor in classrooms project based on a model that our colleagues over in the UK had executed, where they delivered temperature monitors into classrooms and found some truly unsafe and unhealthy levels of temperature within these classrooms. We thought we deserved, and our teachers and our students and families deserve to know the same here in the US, and have been trialing this project in Michigan and Wisconsin. For teachers to participate, we make it as easy as possible. We deliver a already calibrated air temperature monitor where they can set it in the classroom, and it will gather temperature. And over the heat waves of late summer and early fall, we are still in the data collecting phase, but we're interested in seeing what we discover. And the schools that participate are across the board: private, public, charter. And we don't discriminate against any type of school. We just are interested in the student health and the learning environment.
programs. I'd love to ask you a few questions. Lisa and Ben, why is it important that the air in classrooms be healthy for students? Lisa?
Sure, good question. So as I mentioned before, indoor air is sometimes more polluted than outdoor air. And during the school year, classrooms are where children spend a majority of their time. This is important because children actually have faster breathing rates than adults. And additionally, their lungs and organ systems are still growing and developing. So they can be more impacted by indoor air quality. With that faster breathing rate, they're taking in more of the air and thus more of the air pollution than adults. So one thing I'll also mention is that those with underlying conditions such as asthma or allergies are also more severely impacted. And asthma is one of the leading causes of school absenteeism. In fact, it accounts for 7.9 million missed school days per year. And that's a big number, and that's important for schools to know. They want students in the classroom and in their seats. So clean air will help kids feel their best. That will help them feel ready to learn. If they're not feeling well, if they're coughing, dizzy, or sick, they're not going to attend school. And that in turn means their achievement and success in the classroom can suffer.
Ben?
Yeah, I think all I would really add to that with the temperature, from the temperature angle, is that hotter, uncomfortably hot, and unsafely hot air temperature creates a much more difficult learning environment, a tougher teaching environment. In many cases, we have seen classroom temperatures are hotter than OSHA would allow indoor workplaces to be, and those are the conditions our students, our elementary and middle and secondary school students are being put through to learn in. There's also considerable data, including from American Lung, who's doing double duty with our project here, informing our work, about how heat exacerbates a lot of the triggering events for some of these lung diseases. My son suffers from asthma. It is worse in the heat. That's anecdotal, but there is strong science behind outdoor air temperature and air quality, and we are interested in exploring what we can learn about how indoor air quality is affected by indoor heat as well.
Yeah, so important. As a mom who has a son with asthma, I have a daughter with multiple sclerosis. I think about, I'm also a former pre-K teacher. So this hits home in a big way. I really saw how health was impacted in my students in the classroom when the air is not healthy. So it actually led me to be a Green Schools mentor and Green Schools advocate. So really important. Let's share more how schools can get involved and why that involvement is so important. Lisa, do you want to start?
Sure. So for the Clean Air School Challenge, it's a pretty simple process. Schools can sign up either by contacting us, or there is an online sign-up form. We just collect a little bit of information about, are you elementary, secondary, and kind of the type of school, the locale, and also a little bit about what a school may have done regarding indoor air quality before, whether they have taken any steps or not. We can meet schools wherever they are in this journey. So they can sign up by visiting lung.org/CASC, and that's for Clean Air School Challenge, CASC. And the other thing to note, Janie, is that we have a number of live trainings similar to this, but we have an upcoming webinar for school professionals about radon testing in schools. That's on November 6th. And that's a great place to see and learn a little bit about the indoor air quality work we're doing and be introduced to some other resources or connections to the Lung Association if they want to learn more before signing up.
I love that. That's awesome. And Ben?
So, as I implied earlier, we are a bit smaller and more upstart of an organization than our friends here at American Lung. So essentially getting involved means emailing me. At this trial phase, we have monitors in about 20 classrooms in Michigan, and they are now they have arrived in Wisconsin within the past couple of weeks. And we hope that by spring, we will be able to roll them out in many more geographies. This is, again, it's been a trial. We're going to see how the whole process goes of the security of the data, the collection of the data. One thing I will mention is that, and this is a critically important piece of the program here, is that teachers aren't compelled to do anything with this data. We are happy to provide you with the sensor. If you never send it back to us, that's okay. Use the data for your own good. That's the cost of the program for us. We want, first and foremost, for teachers and parents to be able to get this information about the temperature risk in classrooms. Ideally, some of the monitors will make their way back to us, and we can use it to advocate for change in these districts, in these states. Some states have policies on school temperatures, some don't. And we make it as easy as possible for you to participate. It's a prepaid addressed envelope to ship it back at the end, and we will help you get access to all of the data. And then if you so choose, we can help with your media outreach and strategy around policy advocacy there as well.
That's wonderful.
May I add one thing, Jeannie? Since
Yes.
Ben mentioned policy, it's very interesting to understand the policies in different states. And for the Clean Air School Challenge, this is a nationwide program, but every state it varies widely. Some states recommend, some require, and some just encourage schools to have information about indoor air quality, whether that is heat, as Ben is talking about, or having an indoor air quality management plan on file. So one of the things that we can do is help schools meet those state requirements and kind of layer resources. So it's great that Ben mentioned policy, because that impacts what we're all doing in the schools.
Yeah, very good point, Lisa. So once again, we're going to say it. This isn't just for here in Wisconsin. These programs are available nationwide to help make greener, healthier classrooms for all of our kids. So thank you so much for being with us here today, Lisa and Ben. To contact them, we're going to go ahead and put their contact information on the screen. So please reach out to them. These are free programs. So this is wonderful. And to everyone tuning in today, we always love to leave you with an action item. Today, if you'll go and sign the petition that's on the screen to tell your governor to take the lead on climate action. It's so important, more now than ever, to let our leaders know that this is really important to us. So thank you so much again for being with us today.
That's it.